What is up, guys, and welcome to my very first YouTube tutorial. Well, tutorial, video, yada yada. This is just gonna show you guys how the farm works. This first clip, I forgot to show it in the actual video. It's kind of like a let's build. I don't explain a lot of the things, but using common sense, and it's a very easy build. It's actually made by Silent Whisperer. As you can see, you just put bone meal in that chest, which you need a bone meal farm because it takes a lot. But water dispensed from those dispensers. I believe they're dispensers. And it's all working by this cobblestone automatically generated. Goes onto those hoppers. Sometimes there is some loss, but as you can see, one block compared to these two chests that are basically almost full. So that's not a lot, but it's really simple to make. So build it with me. I'll also be linking the actual tutorial that I used, just in case you can't build it with me. I'll try to explain as I go, but just in case you can't, enjoy the video. For some reason, my recording didn't record my mic, so this is me trying to explain it as a voiceover. You have to make sure that this is chunk aligned. If you don't know how to chunk align, please chunk align. It's really easy. I use quartz. I thought that you could see the blocks better, but they just doing on the same side. What you're doing here, you can do the exact same thing on the other side. Just make sure you place that pincer right in front of that redstone. Should look like that. Looks like that. I'm kind of going through this a bit fast, but hoppers need to be facing each other and that general formation. Make sure you don't accidentally drop anything in there, or that will happen, and then you'll need to break it. And because you won't be able to pick those items up. Break it. It's an easy fix. I actually showed how to fix it, just if that happened to you, because I always struggle to put hoppers together. I'm not the best builder, but if I can build this, you can too. I think the actual YouTube tutorial is like only 15 minutes. Since I'm a slow builder, it took me probably 47 minutes because I paused and I also was making some mistakes. That's the whole system, essentially. It works like that. You add 5 filler items. I use rotten flesh, but you can use any filler items. Turn it off. You don't want to keep hearing that same thing over and over again. I'm going to place some redstone repeaters facing the ponds that way, and then some more blocks in this formation. You break that block, add a redstone torch, redstone repeaters set to the last one. Add some pistons. I struggled with this in survival, but it needs to be facing that way. That's how I did it. If you're struggling as well, we're gonna place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, 5 blocks. Should be almost lined to the whole base. I think the whole base is 11 by 7. I don't know. I can double check, but yep, I counted it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you're done that, you're gonna get some redstone, put redstone on every single one of those blocks. You're gonna add a piston right in front of every single one of those quartz blocks that you just placed, just like that. It's okay if you fall. I fell a lot during this video. You're gonna place slabs under every single one. It's kind of difficult because of all this stuff, but if you do it from the top, you can crouch and you can shift, or if you fall, it's fine, just like I did. After that, you're gonna place some slabs in front of the slabs that you just placed. It should be 5, and slab under that one. Then you're going to place glass in front of, or on top of, every single piston. Should look like that. And then you're going to place a glass right next to it and in front of it, like that. On top of that sticky piston, and you're going to go up one more on each side. Then you're going to place a quartz block right there, and you put glass in front of everything, basically connecting the glasses that you just had placed before. I'm going to break that. That's a temporary block. Forgot to mention that. Sorry. That's how it looks. And then you're gonna put a redstone torch right there towards the back of it. You're gonna skip a block, and then you're gonna add 3. Add another 2 blocks. You're gonna fill this in, essentially, almost. It should look like that. You're gonna connect those, add redstone just exactly like how I did. I'm gonna add a comparator, or a comparator, whatever. Put in that gen formation. Block on top of it. This is where you're gonna add your obsidian. It should be aligned to the pistons, so I'm pretty sure it's like 5, I think. It's just, I don't know if I show that, I double checked, but you can double check yourself. And then you're gonna add a sticky piston right there, the observer. Yeah, I had to add some blocks, but that's what the cuts were on each side, facing the arrows in that direction, and then a block right next to it. If you need to pause, feel free, but that's essentially what I did. Then I added a dispenser on both sides of those blocks that you placed, and then an observer facing the other way. Should look like that. Make sure you have that block right there. You're going to add another one, and then you're going to add a piston there. After you do that, you're going to add a dispenser on the other block. You're going to break that temporary block. You're going to add a dropper. You're going to break that block. You should also add another dropper right here, facing downwards. You shouldn't be able to see either of them. Going back to that, you're going to add a hopper and a double chest. That's what I showed at the beginning of the video. It looks like that. Going all the way down again, right by that redstone that you placed earlier. I'm going to do how we get the moss. Just add a double chest. Add some hoppers going directly into each of these. So it should look like that. I got a texture pack. Recommend adding some extra blocks right there so that you can do this railing system, because you only need those 2 railings right there. It's okay if they go into the hoppers, you can take them out. And then you need 2 walls. Minecart with the hopper. You're gonna push them into there. Coming back to this angle, right under the last block, it should be right next to that dispenser. You're gonna place a block. You're gonna cover under the glass so nothing can come out. That's when you're gonna add water to every single one of those pistons. It should be 5 water buckets, just like that. Then you're gonna add lava right in the middle, and you can break all of these temporary blocks just so no water comes out. Should have a cobblestone line. Everything should look like this thus far. I do a little walk around just in case something was missed or something's wrong. I should have everything started. You should start a cobblestone generator. That's how it works. Should go up to the obsidian. The piston in the back should be doing that to the observer. Should look like that. Once you've done that, you're going to place glass around everything, connecting again the glass to right there. I showed that right there. I know my glass texture pack sucks, but yeah. And you're going to go around this corner, and you're going to add excuse me, you're going to add glass. You're going to place glass right there, and also in this spot right here in front of that. You're going to turn it off. It's pretty noisy. Then you're going to go up 1 more row. You're going to skip the glass that's around the obsidian. You're going to go directly on top of the obsidian, the 2nd row, but there should still be glass there. And you're going to place a glass on the observers, and they're going to place slabs on every single block. So it should look like this. I will show how it looks in a second. Just got to make sure everything's covered. You're going to add a moss block. You're going to put bone meal. You kind of need a bit of bone meal to run this. It kind of rips through it in 15 minutes. Then you're going to add water in front of those dispensers. And you're going to add buckets, empty buckets in front of in this dispensers as well. Then you're going to go at the bottom and you're going to add slabs like this. Just make sure you follow it exactly. Once you add the 2nd one at the bottom like that, you just need slabs on every single block that is at the bottom. Like basically cover everything. There should be nothing that doesn't have slabs. It should look like this a little bit. Oh, also the obsidian, sorry. Should look like that when you're done. And you know you've done it right if you don't see a single slab. It just helps with the rates and it helps not breaking it. I'm showing everything. That's how you turn it on. You could also move that lever. Just put redstone in the front. Drag out a line of redstone. Move that block. That's how it works though. The dispensers dispense water. Collects all of the moss blocks. You do get some lost, obviously the seeds, but honestly, I ran this for 15 minutes and the rates are at the beginning of the video. You see how fast it's already collected. Thanks for watching.